Wow. Holy crap. Just wow. This is practically a fucking miracle. Honestly, this is the highest I've seen. Highest resolution I've seen this game run at, naturally. But it's just, I'm not mentally prepared for something this crisp and beautiful. If anything, I feel like I've been robbed of good VR visuals for a really long time. Because holy crap, this is insane. What an absolute beauty, and it is running really smooth. Really, really smooth. Wow. That's right, folks, I've been doing some homework. If you've been following the channel recently, in my previous video, I was talking about the fact that I hit a couple of bottlenecks while pushing various envelopes for stereo 3D productions and stereo 3D plays. Notably, I hit a bottleneck when trying to start recording video at 120 Hz. And I also ran into a bottleneck when I rolled back to 90 Hz and tried to capture at 33% more screen resolution, in the hopes of one day maybe producing our videos in 1440p at both stereo 3D plays and eventually stereo 3D productions. Now, the bottleneck was the same in both cases, just a slight variation. It turns out that Virtual Desktop, in order to run VR, not only needs to handle part of the rendering and passing the frames to the headset, but it needs to use your hardware encoder in addition to that. And so Virtual Desktop uses NVIDIA NVENC, the hardware encoder on the NVIDIA GPU, in order to encode the data and send it over to the headset via Wi-Fi. It's kind of a catch with the Quest 3, even over the USB, you're still going to need an encoder to be doing the job for you. And so, when I record with OBS, I happen to also be using NVIDIA NVENC. And the problem is at 33% higher resolution, OBS was starting to demand too much of the encoder for Virtual Desktop to run comfortably. And if you reverse the situation, go back to my old 1080p capture flow, but run at 120 Hz, which I'm doing right now, by the way, then Virtual Desktop would start running out of encoder real estate because OBS is in the way. I actually spoke about this in the Portal 2 VR number 7 video, where I have re-enabled Intel HD on this system. I don't plan on using that GPU to process any 3D graphics, obviously. It's way too weak for that. But it happens to have a strong point. It has a dedicated video encoder of its own. And so what I did is I had OBS start using Intel QuickSync instead of NVIDIA NVENC. And so now, not only am I able to capture at 33% more resolution while running at 90 Hz, I also happen to be able to run at 120 Hz with the old flow. And I even happen to be able to do both, capture at the 1440p resolution and run at 120 Hz. And now Virtual Desktop is just free to do whatever the hell it wants with the NVENC encoder. And it is just running so smoothly and beautifully. And as you can see from the stats, it only momentarily here and there might dip one frame. It is running so well. The visuals are just so amazing. And this has nothing to do with my video capture. This just has to do with the fact that I'm using Virtual Desktop instead of Air Link or Steam Link. Honestly, Steam Link is a crime at this point. This is insane. This is fucked up. I ran this yesterday and I forgot how good it looked. Holy shit. My God, this is incredible. There should be encoding artifacts in all of this. With Steam Link, I was getting all sorts of messes within colors like that, and the colors in the distance there, and the beiges. But this is crisp and clear. I see a little bit of evidence that it may be encoded video, but it also looks like shimmer. This is incredible. I think it's the ground. The weak point here is just the ground. It kind of smears a little bit, but otherwise this is magic. This looks nothing like what I had with Steam Link. This is in another league completely. If everything goes well, This will be the first ever video released in 1440p in the Stereo 3D Productions multiverse. And of course, I will want to know what you all think of how the video looks in the comments. I don't usually beg for interactions on my channels, the subscribe, like, and comment shit. Subscribe, like, and comment. But honestly, this time, there's a purpose to the comment. I don't just want you to fucking say something random. Let me know what you think this video looks like. It's going to be really important, and what you think it could use as a little additional here and there. But I am banking on this looking really good, and I'll tell you why it's going to look really good. It's because I'm going to be cheating. See, when I did a capture yesterday in 1440p, or 33% more resolution, did a test here, I was disappointed. I took the whole thing through the Stereo 3D Productions production flow, and the end result only looked maybe 5, maybe arguably 10% better than my 1080p production, and this makes no sense. I'm supposed to be producing 33% more resolution, not 5 or 10%. This made no sense whatsoever. So here's what I did. I took a look at what SteamVR Display VR View was doing, and it seems that when you set this thing to any resolution above 2560 by 1440, it will start upscaling. And in order to capture for the 1440p flow, I have to run that thing at almost 4K resolution, which is what I did. And then I took a look through a 4K monitor at what this thing does when you set it at 4K, and god damn it, it looks like it's upscaling. So it stops taking the native resolution at about 1440p and then just starts upscaling what it's outputting. I will be using the same tool that has been doing a wonder for the channel lately. Topaz Video AI is going to be used not only to interpolate and stabilize the video like it's been doing for months now, but I'm also going to be using the tool to upscale the video. That's right. Hey, if SteamVR Display VR View is just going to roughly upscale the video without any filters, why don't I do an intelligent upscale instead? Do it myself and use a tool that does it 10 times better. So I am capturing at the resolution I used to right now, but I will be upscaling this video to 1440p through a post process. Basically, I'll be upscaling the raw VR and using that to produce the final 1440p video. And from the tests I've done, it will look incredible. It should really be a good upgrade for Stereo 3D Productions on the whole. Now, don't get too excited. I don't plan on adopting these techniques immediately. I have some work to do. I'll have to make a new video template for the 1440p production flow. The upside here is that all my material, my overlay material, is already 1440p. I've been downscaling it for a while because I wanted more detail, but now I can just reuse the same things to produce the 1440p video for a while before I have to redo those. So I'm already kind of aligned. The face cam is not going to be too small for 1440p. Everything should align perfectly to produce a video with more detail, both in 2D and in stereoscopic 3D. That's right. That's how we roll on Stereo 3D Plays and Stereo 3D Productions. This is going to be relatively a very short video. I'm probably going to try to keep it around 20 minutes because the processing is going to be intense and I will need to build a template around this, and I really want to get to see some results and determine if this is a process I want. Apologies if this is not a gameplay-filled video. This is more of a reaction-filled video, honestly. Oh, if I recall correctly, last I left off! Oh my god! Holy shit, you'd think a game this old can't produce photorealistic graphics, but holy mother of fuck! I've been robbed! If you recall, I last said this actually looked kind of good in Steam Link. It was one of the best looking scenes. But this is being taken to a complete other level. Oh my god, this is liquid. I'm getting goosebumps again. I keep getting goosebumps lately. Since I got the Quest 3, this has been non-stop. Holy fucking shit. This is bullshit. Show me the textures on your face. I don't see encoder artifacts on your texture. So that means Steam Link is really a piece of garbage. Wow. Because, yeah, I would see artifacts on her face, and I thought it was in the game's textures, but now I realize it wasn't. It was really Steam Link. Look at the average. 119.3. For Christ's sake. It experiences momentary fluctuations at best. This is amazing. This is just crazy. What the actual fuck? I have a feeling this may actually reflect in the capture. This is something I noticed about SteamVR Display VR View is that it likes to run at half rate. And when you're at 90 Hertz, half rate is 45, 15 short of 60. Right now, it may be capturing for the first time ever with fucking Display VR View and an Oculus kit. I may be capturing 120 for real.
Won't give us a straight answer.
Holy shit.
He'll come around.
What the fuck?
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude.
Wow.
The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on the White Run.
This is the vanilla game, by the way, just letting you know.
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think? We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Oh wow, I just beat this game's final boss. The UI is not that bad to navigate, but the map is fucking garbage. I just you can understand I don't play this game regularly enough to start picking up all the mechanics, but this map just kept going somewhere fucking random to show me where my quest was supposed to go. Just magic. An absolute magic show. Really, really incredible. Performance, by the way, nothing like Steam Link last time. This is not producing any time warp when I move quickly. Well, I see a little tiny amount of it, but it's like I have to actually look for it. Let's see what happens when I do this. Wow. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Every moment since I started using the Quest 3, I've been saying this. And then I keep finding little increments here to push, here and there, that just cause me to say it more and more. Oh, fuck me. Is this thing over here? It's on the other show. It's not even far. Fuck me, man. What was this bullshit? All I have to do is go down there. Right. I got no choice. I got no fucking choice. So I want to see if there's an exit on the right of this fucking town. No, this thing is just telling me to exit the way I came. I fucking hate this so much. I detest this shit. Oh. Okay. Well, this game's kind of stupid with the fucking map indicator. Because I think I'm there now. Yeah! I'm fucking there! Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, game. Honestly, fuck you, game. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that other exit? It's telling me to go through the other exit? What the fuck, man? I'm gonna take a little walk around. I know the objective's there. Just have to look around a little bit. I know this is the scenic tour of Skyrim. The snow's starting to look good. It looked like shit earlier, but...
Nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Shut up. Why is the audio glitching out? I thought it was the wireless interface glitching out there for a moment, but no. There's background audio that vanishes, but his hammer continues to be heard, so I think it's a glitch with the fucking game. Because of course it is.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm
No.
not going back there. Look, I'm sorry about your troubles, but I've got to look out for myself. I'm not going to risk it. Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. I never wanted to get mixed up in any of this. All right, I'll take you. But we leave immediately.
Yes! Whoa, that was fast. Holy shit. Holy sweet mother of absolute fuck! This looks even better! What the fuck? Holy colors, motherfucker! This game is incredible! I need to bring it back on the channel even more often.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Ravenrock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure. What I do? Just remember, Ravenrock is sovereign territory of House Rederer.
Lying sack of shit. This is absolute magic. If anything, I don't think I'll be crazy about the... Oh shit, the water is flickering and that is not good for the eyes. I do not know why the water has been shitting itself. That is an issue with the game. Running at these resolutions. I'm almost sure that if I drop the resolution a bit... Oh, it stopped flickering now. Yeah, I'm sure there's some Z fighting going on with the water effects that would not be happening at lower resolutions. Sadly, this game did not come out at a time where you're running our VR so crazily high. But now we are, and for the most part, it's been absolutely magical. I hope the 1440p video really translates that well. Practically less shimmer than Fallout. There's been almost no shimmer. I need to stress this. So far, there's been almost no fucking shimmer. It's just been smooth sailing, smooth running, beautiful graphics, nothing taking me out of it visually. Yes, there's still limitations. I still see that this is a render. This comes from a computer. But it's just the most incredible I've ever seen and makes it really easy to forget for quite a while that you're using a computer and you're playing a video game. I really find this miraculous. I shit you not, this is a miraculous tier. Oh, well, we got some flicker down there. Same flicker as we got on the water. And now it's gone. I wish I could find out what causes that and disable it. Whoa. That's not right. That is not correct. Are we like... Let's go find out if these guys are smoking so much weed. Actually, if you're smoking weed and it's making that kind of color smoke, you may need to, like, clean out the fertilizers from the weed you're smoking before you smoke it. Because you are smoking a whole bunch of toxic shit right there. Holy fuck. Holy view, Batman. Oh, it's unfortunate. Some things are popping out of view at a certain angle. Yeah, this game does not function perfectly at high resolutions, but it sure does run as fuck. This is what I wanted to do, actually. Oh my god. Wow. Holy fucking shit. Whoa. Oh my god. This is insane. Lydia, this game is fucking nuts. I am really not a fan of how the stairs work. Look, she's doing the same thing I'm doing, but I wish there's a mod maybe I could install to fix that. I'm sure there is. before I go see you, my kind sir. I just want to see your temple. Shit. What the fuck? These sites are amazing. These sites are fucking incredible. I see some really nice shit in Fallout 4, but I gotta say, this game's got something for me as well.
Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb.
Oh.
Sounds like something from a dream, and yet it might be more strange. I remember a temple on Solstheim, and working to build something. It was not a pleasant dream.
Folks, that's gonna be it for Skyrim VR on Stereo 3D Plays. And it's been a really nice one. I know it's been short. Like I said, this was gonna be shorter than even my recent half-hour videos, and that's because I'll have a lot of processing to do. Because not only does the game look amazing for me right now, but you know, since I've been using Virtual Desktop, it's not the first time that I think of doing 1440p video production. But when Virtual Desktop came in, I started thinking, hey, it might be time to think of that now, because I need to convey what I see in the headset the same way it is, but on the screen. You guys need to be able to see what I'm seeing. And I feel like even though this is going to be an upscale to 1440p, done on the source raw VR video, it's still gonna be able to convey almost exactly the type of increase I'm seeing. Not quite, but almost. I gotta tell you, from what you're seeing on the video, if you like what you're seeing, well, what I'm getting in the headset is twice as good as that. Literally, the number is ×2. So folks, I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the 1440p production, because it's going to be important in times to come. I may start putting this into the normal production flow if it goes well and smoothly. I don't mind a little extra processing time for each video if I'm going to get something that looks freaking awesome. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. You've been watching Stereo 3D Plays and Skyrim VR. And whoops, I'm sorry about your jars, sir. Please don't come kill me.